Alright guys, so I'm here. I'm also at not level 30. And today I'm gonna just give my first impressions. I feel like I'm ready to give it on Zenless on 0. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe because I'm trying to hit 1K with the rest of you guys. Now let's get right into the first impression.
I'm not very patient. That's probably obvious.
Alright, so the first thing we're going to talk about in this is obviously the system that everyone either seems to love or hate. And it just depends on which one it is, depending on the person. The TV system. Now, the TV system, in my opinion, I think it's like I enjoy it because it's something new. I can see how people can end up hating it because I'm not sure exactly why people hate it. I mean, me personally, I just see it as it's just a little thing you do before you end up fighting. It's not just go straight into battle or whatever, right? Now, for me personally, the TV system is actually pretty all right. I enjoy it. Something new. That's my thoughts on it itself. And then the next thing after that is the progression in the game. Now, the progression in the game is kind of long. It's because everything is time gated. It's let's be real. Time gated in the sense of progression gated. At least they don't have it where you can't do this for 18 hours because for whatever reason you did it already before, so you can't do it in 18 hours, right? Hey guys, GBS Flays here, the future one. I just wanted to say this because I forgot to mention it while recording, and I just realized. Another thing along with the progression is the way you gain materials in this game. Basically, you fight quote-unquote simulations. And one thing that I do like that I wish that more would pick up from Zenless Zone 0 with the simulations is this right here. Basically, you can customize your own deck, or aka basically what it really is you can choose what ones you want. So let's say you got 3 of these that you need and you don't want to go grind each one of these sets. You could put all 3 of them in here and then you can grind those along with the other 2 things. And basically I say that this is a way faster way to grind. It does give you less of them, but the thing about it is you getting less for having multiple more options. And that's one thing that I do like. And you can also add 2 or 3. Let's say you wanted to roll with, let's say you want to roll with these 2 because you need these 2 for whatever reason for characters. You don't want to go grind the only one that would drop only one of these. You could just boom or do like this, so that way you can get 12 of those, 9 and 12 of those. You can have up to 12 of those or 15 of those. I really do like this system right here, and I hope that more games do implement something like this as well. Now back to GBS Plays, that was during the video. But they have it in a way where you gotta reach a certain not level, aka your level. You gotta reach a certain level to be able to do the rest of the story, which the rest of the story unlocks other parts in the game as well. So you get a good little story while you also getting time gated as well. So if you just all about the story, you're gonna have to go through that grind. If you're not all about the story, you want more and more modes to open up, you gotta go get all about that grind. Either way you're grinding, that's about it. And I'm not gonna be playing really good because I'm trying to focus on actually talking than playing, by the way. I just want to let y'all know that. Now, in my opinion, the progression is decent. It's not super bad and it's not super good either. It's mainly, I give it in the middle. Anything in progression or rating, I give it like a 6 or 7 out of 10 because they do want you to jump. I don't remember the exact progression amount for when it was under level 25, but I know when you got to get to the story, I think it's level 28, they stop you at the story, and then you got to get to level 30 to end up completing it, and then you get to level 30. You get there, not level, by the way, not character level, because those are locked behind the story as well. But as soon as you get there to level 30, then you do a little bit of the story for, I give it about an hour or 2, and then they lock you to level 34, which I gotta do now. And that's, out of anything, that's the only thing that grinds me, is that they do give you a little bit of the story, then they lock you. I would rather have it where they give you at least 50% of it, then they lock you, then they give another 50%, and then let's say that's probably the end for it. But I do see why they did it, because they also have gameplay loops locked behind the story as well. Alright, so next thing about that I do want to talk about my first impressions with Zenless is, and this is first impressions, it's not a whole review of the game, it's just my first impressions when I first seen it. Like I said, the TV system I think is still good. Even though now I still think the TV system is good. And then other than the TV system, the progression I think is all right. I mean, kind of still don't like it because it does take a little bit to grind up to that level, but long as you just grind the game, you'll be all right. You can get through the story. Let's say you start from 0, you get through the main story up to like level 30 within like, I guess 2 days, because that's what I did. Even though I did take a break between like a day or two there because I couldn't grind that much now. But other than that, the next thing I did want to talk about is what you're seeing right now, which is basically the combat. And I say the combat in Zenless Zone Zero is actually pretty fun. It's fun, it's cool, I like it a lot. I know some people say that it's super easy, which it is, or people say that it's super hard. I don't know how it be. Unless you probably doing like no dodging or something like that, then yeah, that'd definitely be super hard. But if you actually just dodge when the thing tell you to dodge, don't dodge when the thing tell you not to dodge, like you'll be good. Yeah, it's not that hard. Right now, the only reason I'm messing up is because I'm trying to talk at the same time, so I'm not really focusing on the cues that I'm hearing. But anyway, like see, like I hit that way too late. But other than that, I think like the switch in, the switch out, the animations in general of the characters, I think all of that is super good in the game, and I like it a lot. And see, I had to dodge that right there. Oh my gosh. But other than like, because I don't really have no gripes with the combat. The only thing that I could say that I don't like about the combat part in the game is just that it forces you to switch out instead of giving you an option to switch out. I mean, you could just sit there and let the time run out and then you don't have to switch out your character, but the switch out effects is actually pretty fire, so I really could like overlook that because it still has fire switch outs in the game. Now we wiped them out, let's go. Now, the next thing that I did want to talk about is what the game is, a gacha. It's a gacha, so we're talking about the gacha experience of the game in Zenless Zone Zero. And so the next thing we're going to be doing is looking at the gacha. Like I said, let me move myself real quick. We're just going to move over there. So basically, the gacha is the same gacha as in Hong Kong Star World. I kind of wish they kind of stole the gacha from Zenless Zone Zero, where the weapon is 100%. That way you never have to worry about it. But basically, this is 75-25 and this is 50-50. Now, from what it looks like on day one, obviously because it's day one, the game just came out and they're giving you a lot of stuff. I think that they do actually give you enough to at least do one rotation on this banner. The thing about it is, I do like that they actually also give you enough of these to at least try to get one of the ranks. After that, when I got to like 119, it kind of slowed down a lot. Like you see, I need 21 more to get an S rank, but it's been hard getting them 21. I had 30 at first. It's been hard getting 9 of those. Now I need a couple more, and that's just outrageous. I mean, but that's just how it is in most gacha games. I love how this is completely free. Like you can't pay to win this. It would make no sense to pay to win this in the first place because they don't do that much damage. Okay, on the field they give you a little bit extra boost and damage. That's about it. When it comes to this, it's like every other game in general that the free currency is harder to come by because it's free currency. They're not gonna give you a lot of free currency for no reason, because then what's the point of getting the paid one, right? Obviously. Now this is one thing that I do love about this game, is that they let you do this. Oh my gosh, you see that right there, god dang. But anyway, they let you actually do stuff like this in the game where you can play characters that's not even out yet. Characters that you don't have, that's not even out yet. It's not just a little trial mode that you got to play. They literally just let you sit there and play with the character's whole kit. Now I don't think you can look at the kit. Yeah, because it's not letting me click to be able to look at it. I'm not even sure if you can look at the kit in game, like while fighting. I don't think so. But yeah, this right here, like I love, like you can do all her combos. You can do her charges, her E if you wanted to. Like you can even do her alt. Like they let you actually have full control of characters that's not even out yet. Like this character is coming out once Ellen leaves, which is in about 12-13 days. And instead of having to wait that long to actually play the character, because the character is a part of the story, they let you play the character, which I find is super enjoyable, because that means you get to test out characters that you don't have that's coming. You get to test them out, so that way you know if you're gonna pull for them or not, instead of having to sit there and wait for people to do like guide videos on it, or sit there and wait for the character to come out and then test it in trial. while the character is literally there in the story looking at you, you could just test it out right here while like weeks before the character comes out. Now this I love so much about the game, and I hope that more games follow suit in a way of this, because this should be a way that a gacha game should be. And basically, other than all that, I'm gonna give like some little things that I do hate about Zenless Zone Zero is that, like, I mean, the TV system does get annoying. I will admit, even for me, somebody that I wouldn't say love the TV system, I tolerate it. I mean, I think it's good, like, because it's something new. But even then, it does get annoying. One thing that I wish they would add is that you can actually switch. Like, let's say that you did the TV section, you accidentally missed one of the little balls or whatever. You can just skip it to the point where the ball that you missed, because the balls is basically 3 stars, and that you can just skip it till then. So that way, instead of having to go through all of them again, let's say you missed the third one, you gotta go through all the stuff that they wanted you to do in the first place between the first two, and then you get to the one that you need. Instead of doing all that, you can just skip to the one that you need, do whatever you have to do to get it, and then be done with it. That's one thing that I do wish they had. And plus, I mean, because nothing really happens in the TV itself. It's mainly you just collecting like materials, so that way you can collect more coins, and that's really about it. You collect more coins, and then you're done. Like I don't really care. Like for that, I mean, they could just make an open world for that if they wanted to. I don't think they're going to. I'm gonna skip this so that way y'all don't get spoiled. But yeah, at the end of the day, I just think that Zenless Zone Zero is a good game. It's a polished MiHoYo game, obviously. And I say out of anything, if I give it a rating, I give it an 8 out of 10, to be honest. I like this way better than Honkai Impact 3rd. And that may mainly be because Honkai Impact 3rd is outdated. Let's be real. That game is outdated. It's been out for a long time. If you wasn't already into it, you probably not getting into it now. But this is kind of like that, but a little bit way more, let's say, mainstream line, which I think is pretty good. And I don't read because of that fish right there. That's crazy. But other than that, I think that Zenless Zone Zero is a good game. I give it, like I said, to be honest, yeah, I give it an 8 out of 10. I think it's one of my most favorite MiHoYo games as of right now. And I mean, it's just an average gacha game. At the end of the day, this Honkai, Genshin, Wuthering Waves, like the other Honkai, let's see, 7 Deadly Sins, Nikkei, like all of them are just gacha games with a little twist on it. And this little twist is that you can tab in with characters and go boom, boom, bang or whatever. But other than that, I mean, yeah, that's what I think about the game. Other than that, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to share the video. This is my first impressions, and I just want to say one last thing. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, okay? And that I really do like Zenless Zone Zero, and I think it's a good game. And I see y'all in that video right there.